evening, everyone. Welcome to Janderra. I'm Geroin, and it's our weekly live catch-up. And SHEDWARS22. See what's happening for the week. Anyway, so let's have a look at what happened for us this week. So I popped up a short, which is actually from a pinwheel that I made. I did a short from last week, but did another short because it's fun. Who doesn't love pinwheels? Anyway, glow sticks. So much fun to play with. But anyway, let's see what else happened this week. So the goats have been having lots of fun munching on some grass. So they've certainly chomped that down really nicely. And I got some mail. Tiffany Q sent me a wonderful calendar, which I had meant to put up behind me. I should have that up for next week. So it is a lovely calendar, and I've got all the details of it in the description there. It's just some of the sites from around her area. So really, really excited about that. Always a lovely blessing. It's always nice to get mail that doesn't have a little window. So yeah, we had some challenges with the chickens. As you may have seen in a previous video, our rooster Booster was being a bit of a problem. There's Booster just there. He is a very regressive rooster. So yeah, very much not something that I want to have stay on the farm. So yes, but Booster is now in the pot. Bibby from Frugal Prepping with Bibby down under, I think, formerly down on Boddington Farm, actually volunteered agent to come and help me with processing Booster. So we actually did that this afternoon. So as we speak, he is currently sitting in a slow cooker. So Booster is no longer a problem. But yeah, and hopefully I will actually have some chicks from him as well, because in that nesting box, there is actually now 2 hens sitting on all of the eggs that are in there. So anyway, that's what we need to look at later tomorrow, hopefully. Yes. Hi, Annette. Thanks for joining us. You've had a productive day drawing up plans for your expansions of your urban homestead, and you'll be doing a video on Thursday explaining what you are hoping to do. That's fantastic. That's really exciting, Annette. I look forward to seeing that. Hi, Tammy from Rebel Cannons. Thank you for joining us. So yes, Mr. Booster is no longer with us. And as you can see, I mean, he was actually going at me through the door quite regularly. So, oh, you didn't volunteer him? Either way, he came and helped, and I really appreciated it. And I appreciate your suggestion too. I apologize if I said you volunteered him when it did, and that wasn't what actually happened. But yes, Booster is no longer with us. He is in the pot. So yes, you knew nothing about it. Okay. Either way, Booster is no longer a problem, and I'm very grateful. So yes. What else happened? We had a major aquaponics disaster. In the 8 years that I've been doing aquaponics for, I've only been using dam water for the last 12 months. And I think that's what the problem is. What the problem was, our filter, the inlet on it, got completely covered in snails. And it blocked up the filter. And there was also a gelatinous goo inside the filter as well, which I also have never seen in the 8 years that I've been doing aquaponics. And because the pump was off, the fish all died. We had 4 left on this day. We haven't, and we put them into Matthew and Jonathan's aquaponics setup. Haven't actually seen them since we put them in there, but the water in there is really very murky, and it's only got the one bed that's actually turning it over. But I'll probably do a video on the aquaponic system sometime this week, going through what's been happening with the aquaponic system. And hopefully I will find somewhere that I can get some more fish from. The place where I normally get my fish from, they don't have any available until December. So I'm still hoping that I will find someone that has some fish. And there are a few places that are available. I just haven't had time to actually look into it, because on top of all of this, the caravan that we're in at the moment has to go back on Tuesday. So we're actually looking into getting an expandable container, which is basically going to be the size of 3 20-foot containers next to each other. And it'll just give us a lot more space, because it looks like it's going to be at least another 2 months before the house is livable again. So that's kind of the plan at the moment, because coming into storm season and summer and trying to homeschool the boys in a caravan just wasn't really working all that well. Matthew's schoolwork has been suffering quite badly because we just haven't had the space for him to actually do his schoolwork. Sorry, mosquitoes. So yeah, so the expandable shipping container office type design. I might see if I can actually find a picture to show you what it is that we're getting. Well, it's actually going to be being hired, so it's not something that we're buying. Although it is possible that Mum may actually get something similar to it for afterwards, so that she can actually have like a little granny flat type thing. See if I can find it quickly is the question. Because I can definitely find it. I can find it on my phone, but I haven't got the link on my computer. Always interesting. I don't think this isn't it specifically. Not that you can see what I'm looking at the moment, but it's something similar to this. So it's kind of similar to this. It's the same length as a container. Look and see how much different it will be. So it'll look like that, and we'll have to open it up. So it's going to have a little kitchen area. It won't have that stuff in it. And then it'll have a bathroom area, although I will probably be taking that toilet out and replacing it with a composting toilet. So this is the main part of the container. That's one of the extender bits. And then you've got bedroom 1 there and bedroom 2's next to it. So that's the plan. Hey, Sweeney's, thank you for joining us. So we've been thinking about some options for Mum so that she's got some more of her own space for a while. So this is what we're looking into as an option, as a little granny flat type thing. But it's somewhere we'll be able to stay while the house is being repaired. So that's the plan. Hey, J.A. So that's the plan on what we're looking into. But it's going to take us time to actually get that onto the property. And we've got to send the caravan back on Tuesday, which means I'm going to have a few days. Sorry, Steve. I'm sorry to hear that JA's exhausted. Bit too much sun. You're not much better. You're absolutely knackered. Big day on the tractor. Hope it's all going well, Steve. That sounds exciting. But yeah, so this is what we're looking at doing. And because of that, it's been a really, really full-on week or so trying to get ready to actually have somewhere to sleep while we're working on organising, having this put onto the property and in a livable state, at least so that there's somewhere to sleep anyway. So yes, so that's that. Go back to the videos. And I did an update on my single seed challenge that I was doing. I got my little Madagascar bean, and I've actually managed to harvest a few beans from it. So video-wise, I haven't had a huge amount happening this week, and I don't think I actually put a video up yesterday. It's just been too much happening. So yeah. So let's go on to Shed Wars. Oh, what happened? Oh, you moved a massive pile of clay and rock that the lazy septic installer just dumped behind the house, and you moved it all and covered it with dirt and smoothed it out. You're pretty proud of the job you did. Excellent. That's great. So SHEDWARS22. Okay, so we have had another entry this week. I'm totally not where I'm wanting to be. Oh, missed it. So McDowell Manor, Andy from McDowell Manor has now put his entry in for Oh, you had a good live this morning, did you, Sweeney's? That's great. I just can't do Sunday mornings. Actually, I've been struggling to do anything this weekend. We've been so busy with trying to get organised. Anyway, I'll have to watch the replay, Steve. I'm glad to hear it went well, though. But yeah, so Andy from McDowell Manor has put in his entry into SHEDWARS22.
Tiny City Farm. And this is my entry for SHEDWARS 2022. G'day, folks. Andy here from McDowell Manor.
So Andy was in SHEDWARS last year as well, for 2021. And now he's back again.
So a few years ago, I got a bit interested in self-sufficiency. And I wanted to try to see what could I do, if anything, to make us a little bit more self-sufficient, self-reliant on a normal city block. So we're on 600 square meters here, which always looks bigger in video than it is in real life. Trust me, it's a tiny one. But you can see we've got chickens. I've got an aquaponics setup with fish. We used to grow some of our veggies. You're looking at a whole lot of fruit trees around here.
He's got so much going on.
There's a water dragon that I nearly stepped on. As you've gathered, I'm in Brisbane, Australia, which is subtropical. Hello, water dragon. That's a girl. Anyway, yeah, there's those citrus trees.
It should be really tricky to keep up the comments and enjoy chatting with your guests.
Do as much as we can. I do a lot of preserving. I make cheese. Yeah, we generally have all sorts of crazy adventures that I like to share on video. I've also got native bees, Australian native bees, and
I hope
Japanese
you're considering doing your SHEDWARS22 entry soon.
So hopefully, as we go along through the shed.
Andy has got a huge amount of stuff going on at his place. I highly encourage you to go and check him out. Have a look at his videos, see what he's got. He's got some great stuff on cheese making and all that sort of stuff. So he's got some delightful stuff happening on his homestead. It's really, really great. Hi, Peter. Welcome. Well, it's not all the Shed Wars, but SHEDWARS22 has started for the Southern Hemisphere. Entries are open now if you would like to join it. So yeah, so this is Andy's video, his entry into Shed Wars, and his link is there. I've also got a playlist with all the current entries. Let's close that down. So I've got my playlist for SHEDWARS22, and I'll pop that into the comments. So that's got all of the entries that we've got so far. So you've got Will It Grows, Claire's, a bit of a promo video I did, my entry, Melbourne's East entry video, Oxygen Farmers, Homestead Aquarius's video, Frugal Prepping with Bibby from Bibby. Have I got that right? Oh, I missed it. Frugal Prepping Down Under with Bibby. Sorry, Bibby. Well, Peter, you need to actually make a brand new video. So basically the way it works is, well, I'm not 100% certain what the rules will be this year. Let's see if I can find the rules from last year. So this is my Janderra website, and the rules from last year, which really they're more guidelines than rules. Oh, how does it work? Yeah, I'll go into that now. So SHEDWARS22 is a worldwide gardening collaboration. So this is last year's rules or guidelines. So you had to title your videos, and your videos had to be titled SHEDWARS21 in that case with the colon. This year it's 22. You need to have your playlist, which is SHEDWARS21, this year 22. You need to make at least 12 videos over the whole season. So it's a 6-month window. So it's basically 2 videos a month. It's not a huge deal. You need to have a tip or a trick in each video. So just some things that you're using to grow stuff with. Grow 1 vegetable in a pot. And that's basically it. And you weigh your produce. So as you bring it in, you weigh it and you keep track of it. And the team that's got the most weight at the end of the season is the one that wins. And this year, we've actually got a sponsor for Southern Hemisphere. So Mud Brick Herb Cottage on the Gold Coast is actually sponsoring us. We may end up having more sponsors as time goes by, but at the moment, Mud Brick Cottage is sponsoring us, and they've got a prize organised for the winning team. So it's not just about what you weigh in, it's what the entire team weighs in and which team actually gets the most. And there'll be different challenges along the way as well. Oh, and there are hashtags that you need to use as well. So you use the hashtag SHEDWARS22 and hashtag SHEDWARS, and then hashtag whatever your team is. And at the moment, there are two teams, and it's Team Will It Grow and Team Aquarius. You need to have family-friendly content. So that's a big thing. But yeah, so that's what it was last year. So I can't really tell you too much more than that. This website has got the details of the draft. So this video at the top was actually on Will It Grow's channel last week, and it goes through who's on which team. So, and I've got a list of the current team members. As I said earlier, Andy's just put out his entry video, so he hasn't been assigned a team yet. That will be coming up. So yes, oh, better catch up on the chat. So yes. Oh, absolutely. Bibby, I agree so much. When I started weighing the things that I was growing, like I know I've got milk and eggs, but it just blew my mind with the amount of food I produced. And I thought I'd done a really shocking job because so many things had gone wrong. And all I did was I kept track of it in my little diary. And I had a little spreadsheet as well that I used. So I just write down in my diary what I'd actually collected for that day, and had a spreadsheet that I sorted it all out on. And it was just amazing how much I actually grew. It just really blew my mind. So it's basically, so it's self-sufficiency type videos. So even if you've just got a couple of pots that you're growing, one of the ladies in SHEDWARS21 on the Northern Hemisphere, she had like one pot that she was doing a single seed challenge in and another pot that she was growing something for SHEDWARS. I don't think she actually harvested anything, but it was still really lovely to have her as part of the community. But it is a good idea to actually make it so that you're doing something useful. But yeah, so it's self-sufficiency type stuff. So if you're raising meat animals for food, or if you've got chickens, or if you've got gardens, or anything like that. That's absolutely fantastic. And it goes over the whole 6 months. So you don't have to have everything organized now. I mean, over in the US, in the Northern Hemisphere, they've got snow all winter. So most of them don't start growing anything until their season starts. I mean, some of them will actually grow inside and have their starts and everything ready to go. But you're not expected to start having things already producing at the moment. And it's not really, it's probably more of a way to encourage you to grow more, as opposed to are you an expert? How much do you grow? Actually, it was really cool. In the Northern Hemisphere, they had such a variety of experience with the people that were part of it. You had Laurie's World, and she'd never gardened before, as well as Nisi from Freehandly Made AU. She'd never actually grown anything before in her life. And it was just amazing to see how much they produced. And then you had others that were master gardeners and had been gardening for decades and sharing their experience. And then you had those in the middle that were just giving it a go and doing the best that they could. I highly encourage you to go and have a watch of some of the videos. I've got a playlist for SHEDWARS21 Team Down Under, SHEDWARS21 Team Southern Cross. So that was the Southern Hemisphere ones for last year, as well as Team Will It Grow for SHEDWARS21 and Team Aquarius, which are the Northern Hemisphere. And now this year we're actually got Team Will It Grow and Team Aquarius down here as well. So yes, so it doesn't matter what you're growing now. Yes, things you grow, absolutely. Yeah, it goes for like 6 months, Annette. A lot of things, like if you're that worried, you could plant some radishes and harvest them in 6 weeks' time. But it's not a big thing. Yeah, Peter, if that's what you want to do, that's fantastic. It's always lovely to have you as part of the community. And if you decide you want to join next year, that's even better. Yep. Gardening or food production, absolutely. And no, you don't need established gardens. It can be really, really great to actually be able to watch the progress. So yeah, and as I said, a lot of the American or the Northern Hemisphere channels, they're under a foot of snow during winter, so they're not growing anything. So their garden beds aren't really what you'd call established. So they're starting from scratch each year. But yeah. The kids were fun to watch. The Vineyard Chicks did a great job. Oh, they did, didn't they, Tammy? The Vineyard Chicks were 3 young girls over in America as part of the Northern Hemisphere, and they're absolutely awesome. Their parents actually have a vineyard, hence the Vineyard Chicks. So yeah, check them out if you haven't seen them. They have some really great stuff. So Peter, you do grow tomatoes and cucumbers, but you haven't filled them. That's okay. It's all good. And Peter, if you wish to, you could always start a completely different channel if you wanted to. I mean, it's honestly, it's just a bit of fun. So maybe you're just going to start your start your garden in pots when you finally move. Yep, that's cool. And yes, you can count eggs. Absolutely. And milk. I'm amazed by how much milk I collected. Hi, Karen, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Yes, you can absolutely count chicken eggs and you can count basically it's anything you can eat. But I mean, John from Will It Grow is still yet to put up the guidelines or rules for this season. But basically anything you can eat. But I think they're actually planning on making a few little tweaks this year, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, you can absolutely count chicken eggs. So yes, I mean, if anyone wants to come up and join me on the panel, you're more than welcome. I think I've got the link pinned at the top of the chat. You're so excited. Yes, looking forward to the rules videos. and you really want to be able to have a bit of fun with your videos as well. So it's not about being perfect. It's not about being the best at anything. You're just sharing your experience and encouraging people to grow some of their own food and sharing what you've learned. But it blew me away the amount I actually grew last year. It just absolutely blew my mind that I actually managed to produce that much food. And I actually looked at the dollar value of it as well. Like, I mean, I've got goats. Not everybody's got goats. But if you go to the shops to buy a litre of goat's milk, it's like $5 a litre. I'm milking my girls and I'm getting about 3 litres a day plus. That's $15 worth of food that I can then turn into custard, yogurt, cheese. I mean, I'm not doing so much. I have done a bit of cheese. Actually, I've got to make my mum some cottage cheese tomorrow. But yeah, it's just a bit of fun. You're even looking forward to getting into trouble? Now, a little tip. If you're wanting to get into trouble, put John Keeney on any of your videos. It's a bit of a long story, but it's part of SHEDWARS22. Cajun Hydroponics, that's Danny, and his partner. She gets called the Queen. I'm not quite sure what her actual name is. I can't remember what that one is. But Cajun Hydroponics sent Will It Grow a package. And in that package was this bright green stripy thing. And John actually wore the thing on a video. Oh my goodness. And since then, Laurie from Laurie's World has done a video showing people how to take that image of John in his little John Keeney and put it all over the place. Sorry, that was a mosquito. So yes, that is one way to stir up John a little bit. But I mean, John is a lovely guy, but some of his shout outs can be a little bit intense, shall we say. But you got the whole good cop, bad cop thing going on between John and Robert. It's just a lot of fun. Yeah, goat's milk is quite expensive. It is really, really expensive, but it's a lot easier to digest. And I need, personally, for my health and for my mum's health, we need to avoid a lot of cow's milk. So being able to milk my own goats and produce my own milk is really useful. Really useful. You never got into trouble. Didn't you actually get into trouble for the Snot Rock invasion? Oh, it's not that he doesn't like you, Bibby. He's got you on his team. I mean, look. Bibby, you're in Team Will It Grow. If John didn't like you, he wouldn't have picked you. You guys did have fun last season, though. But it's just a little bit of fun. And it's it's really interesting when you look at how much you actually produce. I'll see if I can find my spreadsheet. Sorry. I might not be able to bring it up on this screen so easily. I mean, and I didn't actually do that well. Life got in the way in a huge, huge way. Life got in the way. We've just had a ridiculous amount of challenges this year, like ridiculous. You wouldn't read about some of the stuff that we actually had challenges with this year. I wouldn't wish this kind of year on anybody. But John's a northerner. He only picks on people he likes. If he goes silent, then you worry he doesn't like you. Yes, this is true. Oh, it's not that you were the last fat kid chosen. Matthew got picked after you. I know, my poor fish. I haven't actually seen them. They're in the bottom. They're in Matthew's aquaponics, and his water's very murky, so you can't see them. So I'm hoping they're still alive, but there's only like 4 out of the 200. Not a very good start to the whole season. And the really funny part, Cosmic Cultivators, they're one of the Shed Wars team members for Team Aquarius for the Northern Hemisphere. They actually commented down the bottom and implied that there might have been some espionage happening, and that some of my Team Aquarius guards might have actually caused my aquaponics problems. So I'm probably going to do a little bit of an shout out, Shed Wars shout out video saying that Team Aquarius sabotaged my aquaponics. Thanks for sharing out the leaks, Bomber. That's awesome. Very helpful. Okay, so I've got my spreadsheet. So I'll show you some of the, like and honestly, I didn't actually grow that much. Now, where is it? So this is the Northern Hemisphere totals. So yeah, I got a heap of milk. So the milk is my big thing, but a lot of my other stuff, I just didn't get to produce that much. My celery. Now, I did grow a lot of celery. My celery goes nuts. Eggs. Got lots of eggs, and I've been a bit slack on collecting them. Heaps more celery. So I got 3.5 kilos of celery on that day. I actually dehydrated a fair bit of that one. So there's just different amounts of things that I harvested. Nothing huge except for the milk and the eggs. So the milk and the eggs were my really big thing that I managed to harvest. So, but these totals I actually did up from the Southern Hemisphere amount. So I actually produced, if I was to buy the stuff that I produced from the shop, it would have been over $3,000 worth of milk, over $400 worth of eggs. It was only 30 cents worth of mint, but that was for the Southern Hemisphere, and my mint wasn't doing very well. What was that? $3 worth of lettuce, $59 worth of basil. My basil went nuts, absolutely nuts. And honestly, this season it'll be a lot better because I actually grew a lot more than this. My garden's actually starting to kick off because we'd only just moved to this property when SHEDWARS22 started. And this particular area in the Lockyer Valley has actually been in drought for 4 years. Or is it 5? Anyway, the ground had no organic matter. It did not hold any moisture. It had no life. It had no water. And it was just shocking. So last year's season wasn't very good aside from my milk and my eggs. So that was my main thing that I harvested. And then this is the Northern Hemisphere stuff. So really, really pleased with how that went. And the number blows my mind. Is I harvested 381 kilos of food. I think at one point, I harvested 40 kilos of pumpkins. Bibby outdid me on that one. Bibby harvested so many pumpkins it wasn't funny. But, I mean, there was wins and losses. There was good parts and bad parts. But there's lots of room to improve for next year, or for this year, I should say. So really excited as to what's going to happen with SHEDWARS22 and how much I'm going to be able to produce. Yes, you're doing a great job, Bomber. Thank you. Christine, your dad and I were going to try and grow out catfish this year. So they might be my poultry and livestock replacement. That's an interesting idea. Oh, crayfish, sorry, not catfish. Crayfish. That would be really interesting. Christine, it'd be great if you want to join us for SHEDWARS22. We'd absolutely love it. It'd be really interesting to see crayfish going. It's all I got the energy to do. I can understand, Bomber. I can totally understand. And for those of you that don't know, Sweeties Creek Farm, you got JA, so it's Julianne and Bomber Steve. Bomber's got his own channel and he does a lot of snake catching videos. So he's a snake catcher. Bomber's awesome. Oh, Robert didn't even say good job when you sent through your totals. Actually, he hasn't replied to mine either. So I honestly think they've both just gotten really overwhelmed because there are over 100 channels in the Northern Hemisphere's SHEDWARS. It was just nuts. Oh, you made something yesterday, which will be very handy, but not looking forward to using it. Made a chicken kill cone out of galvanized metal for $2.50. Not bad. That's fantastic, Steve. You could start selling them. Construction video up this week. No metal workers watch it. So you're hoping that Darren from Down Under Farm and Forge doesn't watch it? There we go. There's Bomber's channel. Oh, munching your tomato plants. Good job on getting them sorted. That's fantastic. Never fun when the bugs eat your plants. You had to move some tin yesterday. We're so disappointed when there was no snake under it. Only a snake catcher would say that, Bomber. Only a snake catcher. I'm never disappointed when I don't find a snake. No Smith's watching it. Maybe you should pop on the thumbnail. No Smiths allowed. And for those of you that don't know, and if you go to my website, there's actually links here that has the team members for Team Southern Cross for SHEDWARS21 and Team Down Under. Haven't been quite so organised with Team Will It Grow. And that's from last year, which I should look into now that I'm on Team Will It Grow. I'll have to organise it all. You can just imagine Darren yelling at the screen telling us how the metal work. That's how you do it. Probably. Not even a blue tongue. Oh, poor Bomber. It will, probably. Your dad sold his farm recently, and the look on the new owners' faces when we showed them how to lift the tin in case of snakes. That could be an important video to do. There you go, Bomber, another idea for a video for you. Show people how to lift tin safely in case there's a snake. But yeah, so that's that. So yeah, so far we've got, 9 entries, and we're still waiting for McDowell Manor to actually be assigned to a team. So you've got Will It Grow's entry. Hey, Nettie. You kicked the tin first. There you go. 3 series of Shed Wars, and we're on the same team again. You're right, Bibby. We've been on the same team for 3 seasons, haven't we? Because last year we were in Team Down Under together. Then Northern Hemisphere, we were in Team Aquarius together. And now we're in Team Will It Grow. Yeah, Bomber, I will totally watch it. I overslept, Tiffany. Now, Tiffany Q has just put out a video on doing flat Stanleys. Now, if you have no clue what that is, you have to go over to Tiffany's channel and watch her video on flat Stanleys. Absolutely fantastic if you've got any kids, especially if they're homeschooled. It is just a fantastic idea, and I'm really looking forward to doing it with the boys. I've started up a bit of a playlist on that one as well, so I will definitely be looking forward to that. I've just got to get myself a little bit more organized. Yes, Steve, I would really value some of your experience on how to handle snakes. Oh my gosh, we had one go into the kitchen yesterday, into all of the stuff. Oh, I actually nearly rang you, but I ended up ringing Andrew the snake catcher, because he's actually closer to me and would actually be able to come and catch it. Although I looked at it and I showed him the picture of where the snake had gone. He's like, best thing you can do is stick flour on the floor so that you can tell if the snake comes out. Which actually really helped. Oh, instructional videos. Yes, please. They're telling us the team picks are already jibbed. No, I don't understand. Not sure. You had 8 sheets of corrugated iron stacked. I walked on it. I moved each sheet one at a time, slid them off, walked on them again, and then lifted the last sheet, and 5 brown snakes shot out. Oh my goodness. I bet you were excited beyond belief, Bomber. You did flat Stanley when you homeschooled. If I'm absolutely going to need a visit from Michigan. If you can send me your address at Janderra@outlook.com, that would be fantastic. I think it's going to be an absolute blast sending off these flat Stanleys all over the world and getting you guys to all reply back with videos for the boys. I am so excited about it. When Tiffany told me the idea, I was just like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. That would be awesome. Awesome. I scared the crap out of you first because you wasn't expecting it. And I chased it and invited it. Go, Bomber. So if we're both on the same team 3 times in a row, that means we're rigged. Well, no, definitely not rigged. Just a very big coincidence. It's funny. It's funny. I think we just managed to both keep picking the, well, this time it was actually a draft. The first season, I had never actually met Bibby before joining SHEDWARS21. Hadn't met Bomber Steve either, actually, or anybody else. Oh, except for Silhouette Park Farm. I knew Nettie. So we both joined. I think Bibby was actually harassed by Darren to join Team Down Under, whereas I asked Darren to join because I saw the video on Homestead Oz, and I'm like, Homestead Oz have got enough on their team. I'll join the other side. And then Bibby and I both wanted to be on Team Aquarius because we prefer Robert to John, and then John got jealous and decided to snatch off with both of us. Poor Robert is very disappointed. Very disappointed. Oh, you have family in India. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. I'll be doing a video soon on what we're actually organising. I've just got to so Tiffany Q's done her video explaining a bit, and I think she's going to do another instructional video for me. And then I will do videos on my channel as well. Once I've actually got the boys' flat Stanleys organised. But it really looks like so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, no, it wasn't pulled like a lottery. That was just John and Robert were picking who they wanted. Be safe, call your local snake catcher. Absolutely. It is a bit funny that Papa was. Oh, you weren't the fat kid chosen last, baby. You can't be chosen last because there's going to be more people join. Yeah. Bibby actually had to make a channel to join SHEDWARS22 in the Southern Hemisphere last year. She didn't have a channel before she started. She's now got, what have you got, over 750 subscribers now, Bibby, haven't you? You're getting close to 800, aren't you? Whereas me, I'd had my channel for 4 years. But I only had 150 subscribers, I think, when I started SHEDWARS22, 21. Sometimes you have to just chase and snatch. When they want to go, they go. I can't believe how. Why is he disappointed? Oh, I missed it. Who is disappointed? Yes, Steve is the local snake catcher. Your husband's an Indian and he's going home in December for a visit. Cool. That's really cool. Yeah, your snake catcher would chase after a dangerous snake. I totally agree, Christine. When I see a dangerous snake, I watch it and hope that it slithers away. It's got to make sure I know where it is. Ooh, big Eastern Brown in his chook pen. Hey, Daz. Welcome. You're 7 off 800. That is so cool, Bibby. Well done. Congratulations. 800, here you come. No fun is chasing the pythons. No danger. And they are so slow. Only you would say that, Bomber. Only you. You started using yours for Shed Wars and you gained about 100 subscribers. And you've got a really cool channel, Tiffany. Absolutely cool. See, it just means that everybody loves the Southern Hemisphere. You might have to volunteer, Tiffany. I noticed that, Bibby. You went live while I was live doing my Sunday night live prayer. So I missed it. I'm going to have to watch the replay. Oh, Homestead Aquarius. No, they're not just. Oh, he's disappointed that he couldn't get Bibby and I on his team. He's really pleased with how the draft went. And even though there's only a few channels that are actually in it at the moment, entries are open until the 1st of January. And even last year, people joined in quite late. I think it was late December when I started last year. So the season had well and truly started going. Yes, Robert was very disappointed when he didn't get to pick first. They're only slow because they're eating your chickens. Actually, it's interesting. I had a python in my chicken coop and it didn't eat my chickens, but my eggs had gone. You have over 6,000 views on a video. That's awesome. Good job, Tiffany. Oh, Daz, are you planning on doing a live tonight, are you? Nope. No live for Daz. Eggs equal food to chickens. They absolutely do. And at the moment, I have 2 chickens sitting on about 40 eggs in the one lawnmower catcher. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. But so if nobody would like to hop up and join me on the panel for a chat, I've pretty much done my updates for the week. I'm looking forward to having some more SHEDWARS22 videos. You're up watching the cricket T20 World Cup at night at the moment. There you go. You watch the Shed Wars videos and you're not in it. No way to garden this year with moving. No, you had a huge move this year, Tammy. How's it all going? It's a really good way to build a channel, actually, and it's a great way to build a community. I mean, I really love the community that has been built, and a lot of it is because of SHEDWARS21. So I'm very grateful for SHEDWARS21 and Silhouette Park Farm. I love them to bits. They do their lives on Tuesday nights, but they're awesome. So yes. Please, if anyone would like to jump up on the panel, you're most welcome. There's a link. You look even worse now than I did in the flat stand. Oh, you look beautiful in your Flat Stanley video. It was lovely, Tiffany. See, now you're making it that I have to show everybody. Don't say you look terrible. You didn't. You look beautiful. Let's see if I can get it up on the screen. Should be able to. Can't be that complicated.
Live from DQ Spot. The purpose of the video today is to see if... Hi, it's Tiffany Q to you, coming to you live from DQ Spot. The purpose of this video today is to see if anyone in our YouTube family is interested in participating in a Flat Stanley project. I have recently introduced our Aussie friend Jarwin to this American project. My hopes are to have many people be willing to contribute to this project. I would love to be able to host a Flat Matthew and a Flat Jonathan. I have some historical sites near me that I would love to share with them and take some pictures for them, send them something sweet, some kind of little treat from my area. We all have something different to offer depending on where we are. This project is intended to be both a history and a geography project. I would love to teach them a little bit about where I'm from, and I'm hoping the rest of you are willing to teach them a little bit about where you're from as well. We have the unique ability to actually share it with them on YouTube. The project usually consists of a written journal and some pictures. We get to provide them with something most children don't get. Because of that, I'm hoping to come up with some great projects. I would love to see the Vineyard Chicks also choose to participate. Perhaps their parents would feel that this is a good project for them as well. If any of you also have homeschooled children, you would like to get involved with the project, please leave a comment. If you know somebody who might be interested, ask them to reach out to me. I'd really appreciate getting this project going. I know Jarwin's hands are really full, so I kind of want to break it down for her so that she doesn't have to figure it all out by herself. If you've ever participated in the project, feel free to leave a comment about some of the great experiences your child's Flat Stanley or Flat, whatever their name is, had while they were away from home. So, Tiffany Q to you out.
So that's the Flat Stanley thing. So yes. Ah, how you doing, baby?
Scary fat
Did
woman.
I scare you? You're not a scary fat woman, or you're telling me that I'm a scary fat woman.
No, I'm that fat kid that no one wants to choose at school.
No, that was me.
It wasn't you this year. It was
I
first came off the rank.
Honestly, that is the first time. That is the first time I have ever been picked first for anything. Totally distracted. That was quite funny, actually, having them fight over me. That was funny.
and then John goes, "Oh well, guess I just have to have Bibi then. She's the last one."
Oh, that is not what he said. He did not say that. Maybe we're alive. It's got a few extra people that got picked last. Anyway.
And they didn't even know about Matthew.
No, John didn't know about Matthew.
I was like, what?
Poor Matt. I sent John an email with Matthew's entry. Although Matthew's entry only got in like 10 minutes before the live went live. So I can understand. But
oh well. It's all right.
Matthew's very excited.
I'll take the last fat kid title. Who doesn't even have a garden or chooks at the moment.
Andy, you just haven't been allocated a team yet. You've only just put your video up. Although it's really strange, whenever I type in the SHEDWARS22, I'm not sure why your video is not coming up. I don't know whether it's something with... I think it might be that you've got the Shed Wars in front of the title of your video. That could be it.
And I think it's really funny because at the start of his video, Andy looks like Cat Weasel.
Who's Cat Weasel?
You don't know Cat Weasel?
No.
G'day, my name's Andy. I have a small YouTube channel called Dale Manor Tiny City Farm.
You don't know who Cat Weasel is.
My entry for Shed
I don't know who Cat Weasel is.
22.
I must be too old then.
But apparently Cat Weasel looks like that.
It was a TV show.
Not a clue.
You need to Google Cat Weasel. And I
possibly do now.
Cat Weasel kind of looked like that, but Andy needs a bigger beard.
Oh, there's a link in the video. Oh, you did one during quarantine, did you, Tiffany? Aha! Good idea. I remember being the kid who sat on the sidelines and was quite happy to cheer on the other efforts and refused to participate. Oh, yeah, actually, Bibby, the name change got John really confused. He couldn't for the life of him remember what your channel name was. But he remembered down on Boddington Farm.
But, yeah, I still live here at the moment. But I'm not going to be living here for much longer. And the house is actually called Boddington, so I couldn't keep that, could I?
No. That Andy, you got to remember, they just haven't assigned you to a team yet.
This actually really sucks on my iPad because I can't see any of the comments now I'm online.
Oh, you see the comments?
No.
Oh, there you go. Daz hasn't heard of that show for decades, which means he has heard of it.
Yeah, Cat Weasel and the electricity.
Andy's saying he knows where you live.
Yes, he does know where I live for now. Hopefully for not much longer. and Andy, you're in my bedroom.
probably more information than he wanted.
Well, my bedroom for now.
Yes. So Daz is asking, have you found a place yet?
If you watch my live, no. I'm still waiting for some dollars to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment, with what's happening around here, they're getting probably 30 to 40 applications per property. And even though I'm willing to pay 6 months rent in advance, I can't even get a look in.
It's a bit of a challenge.
It is.
I mean, even because at the moment trying to find a caravan to hire is really hard.
Yep.
And it's impossible during school holidays. Absolutely impossible.
Yep. And like even on some of the Facebook sites around Ipswich, there's families that are living in their cars because they can't get properties.
Yeah. I've got a friend that's they've got 8 kids, I think they are. They're homeschoolers. Well, that's how I know them. I think some of the kids are in school now, but they can't find anywhere to rent at the moment.
I would think that would be a challenge anyway because of the number of
she's got 2 lots of twins. 2 lots of twins, so
yeah, but
lots of
there's
kids share
also restrictions too.
True. Yes.
As to how many bedrooms you need. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Christine's saying that they were the same. It took them nearly 6 months as they were a family of 5. It's nuts.
Well, it
Same
also
with housing
doesn't help that all the investors are selling their houses off because the housing market is so high now, which is taking all those properties off the rentals. Though there's houses, well, actually, I won't be happy at Hippie. Yeah, I need to stay here for reasons.
Yeah, that's all your medical stuff is all there. So,
well, it's not just that. It's also because of John's job. I mean, he's starting at 5 a.m. and his boss only lives 2 suburbs away. So she comes and picks him up.
Oh, nice.
And he's also got other things happening here. So we want to stay around here. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. There's a house that's been up in Brassel. It's been up on the thing for like 6 weeks and it hasn't rented. So I've applied for it. So we'll see what happens. We'll get something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sooner we're out of here, the better.
Oh, it'll be good for you to be able to settle into somewhere new.
Yeah, less toxic.
Your rent went up 40%. 40%'s huge. That's nuts, Tiffany.
Well, even here, like the house that we lived in before this one that we rented, it was like $330 a week, I think it was, rent. And it's the same houses are now renting between $390 and $410 a week.
Yeah.
A 1-bedroom little studio is nearly $300 a week.
It's not fun.
No.
Not fun at all.
But I can afford a mortgage on a unit. But I can't get a mortgage.
Did you try talking to Andrew and seeing if he was going to be able to help you? Because I know I got a mortgage when I was a single mum on a pension.
Okay. Well, I've spoken to a few
and
people.
I didn't have it. I think I only had I think there was about 40,000 equity in the house. Because you only need like 20% deposit.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean,
Andy's saying he's got to put a tiny house in his yard for you. You have no room for a tiny house in your yard, Andy.
That would take up all the room that's in your yard.
It'd be very tiny.
Extremely tiny. I'd have to go and live with the quail.
You would. And the other side of that too is you wouldn't be in Ipswich anymore.
No.
McDowell's right on the other side of Brisbane.
Yeah. I actually said to John's boss, I said, "Oh, I can just come and park my tiny house out the back of your place." And she goes, "You know,
Quails are cuddly.
quails are cuddly."
Andy's going to put you with the quails now.
I'm going to be a mad quail lady.
Sounds like it.
This is really annoying that I cannot see comments. But anyway.
So did you say you're on your iPad?
Yeah.
Can you flick it around, like turn it around so it goes the other way?
Well, it's already.
Or maybe unfull screen it?
I might just have to do this one.
Oh, Andy said you could stay with the fish.
What? I'm going to go and live with the fishes. Do I get concrete boots with that as well?
Tiffany's saying, Andy, I have no yard. This is why I grow food on the roof. And Andy said the fish aren't cuddly. At least the quail are cuddly.
I love you too, Andy.
Christine says, come live with me. I love on you and your quail. See, now Bibi hasn't got the quail.
Andy's the one with the quail.
Tiffany says, quails are adorable and so cute with their peeps. If you have a screecher, on the other hand. There's 6 foot of room here.
Wow.
A bit like a grave. He said it's a bit like a grave, though.
Yeah, I was just
right
going
to say, Bibi.
I'll bring my coffin, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been a funeral director for 20 odd years. I'll just bring my coffin.
Yeah, do that. I got mosquitoes everywhere in here.
Now I've got comments.
Yay! See, now everyone can put their comments up.
No, but then I got to talk and look. Yeah.
Christine says there's always room in freezer camp for the screechers.
Am I a screecher?
Maybe.
No grave for Bibi. Yeah, I'll still be alive for a bit longer, I think.
Bit more life in you.
Yeah, just a
Still
little
alive
bit.
and kicking.
Harley Quinn, what are you doing? I have cats starting to attack me.
That could cause you some challenges with renting too. A lot of people don't like pets.
Well, stuff them. My babies are going nowhere.
Andy's got 8 to knock on the head.
Look, you can always call Agent. He was off with his girlfriend this afternoon, knocking chickens on heads. Putting it off. No.
I wouldn't exactly say he was at his girlfriend's knocking the chicken on the head. He did talk to her briefly on Messenger.
I'm not going there.
The mozzies are shocking at the moment. And, I mean, I'm in the shed, so there's no fly screens. The things I do for you guys.
What?
I can totally understand putting it off. That was actually why I got Agent to come and help with the rooster so that I didn't put it off. Because the last 2 times I've processed a rooster. It didn't go very well. It went well today. Although we didn't quite get him cooked in time for dinner. Lunch tomorrow.
That's a bit rude.
He just was a little bit extra tough. I think he was about 14 months old. So he wasn't a young rooster. So he needs to be in the pot for a little bit longer.
He left home at 10 o'clock.
He didn't get here then. He didn't get here until, because he went to Rosewood before he came here. I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't care.
He didn't get here until about 2, I think it was.
Jeez, he must have another girlfriend in Rosewood too.
Maybe. I don't know. The things you do is grow mozzies that love citronella candles. I know. What's with that? I have my citronella candle, and the mozzies are still flying, just hovering above it. Must be like the snake repellers. Hubby took the carcass out of the pot, and it's just sitting on the bench. I think the cats are probably going to eat it. Oh, I better not leave it on the bench.
No, you better not.
I need to do something with that chicken carcass, otherwise the cats are going to make a horrible mess. Oh no! Oh dear. Bobby didn't think that one through. Mind you, he gets up at like 4:30. He gets up at 2:30 in the morning. So by the time he got to finishing what he was doing, he was asleep on his feet.
Tiffany, that comment is just absolute gold.
Funny.
That is absolute gold.
He was a big help.
Things might have been a bit more tender if you threw him in as well.
Maybe. So Daz's wife is from Rosewood. Well, more outside. Outside on the property, but went to school there. We won't hold her that against her. Fried green tomatoes on mine. Tammy says, no, the rooster.
The rooster. Which rooster though?
Hi, Adam. There's no emoticons, so it's got to be Adam.
Yeah,
no hearts. No emojis. Has to be Adam.
Hey, Adam.
How you going, Adam? He did a really cool video this week on a little barbecue smoker thing that he picked up from Bunnings for like $19. He's very excited about it. It's only little, but it's going to be perfect for them to take camping.
Cool.
It looked very interesting.
I've got all that stuff to buy.
Pardon?
I've got all that stuff to buy.
You do? Although, do you do much smoking of meat? Then you don't need a barbecue smoker.
No, that's why I'm taking the barbecue and leaving the smoker here.
How did I know you'd bought a barbecue smoker, or how did I know that it was you, Adam?
We always know when it's you, Adam, because you don't have those love hearts.
No little heart. No heart. No hearts from Adam. See, there you go. It's a great little barbecue. It can be quite difficult to get your hands in the right position to make the heart.
And then
I love when Nettie makes the heart. She does a good job.
In front of a camera and
yeah. You got to get the right angle. There you go. You got to make sure you're pointing it at the screen. There you go. Heart like Nettie. Nettie does it much better.
Yeah.
So what do you got on this week, Bibby, other than house hunting?
Packing.
Packing?
Yes.
That's going to be a big job.
That is starting this week. It's not
Mhm.
really going to be a big job because I'm not taking much.
Oh, okay.
I'm basically walking out of here with the majority of my preps, my clothes, and my bed. That's it.
Okay. Nettie does nail it. She does a very good job.
So yeah, it's time to sort everything out
Totally easy.
and make Agent's pantry in the kitchen, Agent's freezer in the kitchen,
Mhm.
which will make it better. And then I can pack everything else up.
Tiffany's offering to come and do your packing for you if you go and make a cheesecake.
I don't make the cheesecakes. That's Agent's job.
It's true. He does make it. It's a nice looking cheesecake.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll make one.
You got a video, so you got an instructional video to follow.
I can also pull the recipe up on MasterChef.
Yeah.
Because that's where
Absolutely.
it comes from.
Good to know that Tiffany will pack for cheesecake, though.
I can make cheesecakes. I've done it before. I'm just not the dessert queen. I know. I've had so many offers of help if people live closer, but we'll be fine. Thank you. We're going to do it slowly. We're not doing it in a day, so it'll be cool.
Yeah, you haven't got a huge hurry on your hands.
No, but
it'd be nice to start your new life sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I'm sick of hurrying up and waiting.
I don't think Andy does desserts either. If I've connected that me, they're in the right spot.
It's been over 2 months, so yeah, we're both over it.
I can understand that. Tiffany's making the cheesecake for her sister-in-law's birthday. I have more faith in my packing than I do in cracking the cake. I'm sure you'll do fine, Tiffany.
It's not really that hard making a cheesecake.
No, just follow the recipe. Got some interesting footage, hey, Adam. Is that of the storms? I know you put some storm videos up. Your kid's biggest mistake with helping was not labeling the boxes. So now I'm looking for items in my wall, unlabeled boxes. That's never fun. That's never fun.
You need to label them boxes.
You do. What I actually did with mine is I put little stickered numbers on them, but then I took a photo of the box so I could actually see and remind myself what was in it.
Having been a ex-Air Force wife, there's certain things that
you'd be good at packing.
Well, no, not really, because we only had to pack our personal stuff. But I had to submit full inventories, and then they used to come in and pack everything. So as they packed, I was writing on boxes what was in there. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a clue.
Now, Tiffany's good at baking. My cheesecake's always crack, though.
You're not cooking them in a water bath, then? If you're baking them.
In a water bath?
If you're baking a cheesecake, yes.
Oh! I didn't know that.
It helps keep it moist and the whole thing hold together. That's why you line the whole of the springform tin in alfoil.
Yeah.
And then you put it into a water bath while you're baking it.
Oh, Adam's storm footage, but it's not from the farm. Ooh. Adam used an emoji. You can't even find which storage unit a box is in, let alone my boxes at the moment. Oh, Tammy, that must be so hard. So hard. Tiffany is in America. I've got her address. And for the life of me, I can't remember what it is at the moment. I'm assuming she's near Cape Cod because she's John's daughter-in-law. So yes, Andy's asking where you are, Tiffany. There you go. Tiffany's spring form wasn't waterproof, and I wasn't smart enough to wrap the outside. It's not necessarily not smart enough. You just didn't think of it. And that's okay. That's right. RI in the USA. Now, what does RI stand for? I know what USA stands for. And Christine's gotten to the point where if the box has not been dismantled by February, it gets donated. They're not even looking at them. See, now you got to be careful with that because sometimes there can be old photos in the box.
Well, I've decided now when I'm moving, if I haven't needed it for the whole 3 years that I've been living in this house, it's getting donated.
You should still check for photos.
No, I know where all my photos are.
We're trying to guess what RI stands for now. We've got Rhode Island. We've got Russia Incorporated. Adam's going with Rhode Island. Okay, yep, baked cheesecake in a water bath in the camp oven. Well, there you go. I would never have thought about making a baked cheesecake whilst I was camping.
You can do lots of things when you're camping.
I don't go camping.
I do, under 5 stars.
Hey, no, Tiffany's not in Australia.
I think my flashest camping experience was my Airbnb in Darwin 2 years ago. Out in the middle of nowhere.
There we go. She's in Rhode Island, USA, in between Massachusetts and Connecticut.
Still have no idea where she is. But
I got to work on my American geography.
But are you anywhere? Isn't she John's daughter-in-law?
She's John's daughter-in-law, yeah. Are
you anywhere near your father-in-law? If you are, I'm so sorry.
Hey, that's our team captain you're talking about there, Bibby. We should be nice to him.
Like he's going to do anything to me. He didn't even penalise me for the Snot Rock video.
Yeah, that's a bit of a surprise, that one. He did say that he was going to penalise you. See, we haven't actually got the points back yet.
He said he was going to do it, but he's like a politician. No talk, no action. Oh, sorry, all talk, no action.
All talk, no action. Maybe there are people in my country who think RI is part of New York. That's okay. People think that New Zealand's part of Australia and it's totally a different country.
Apparently Tasmania is part of Australia too.
I have heard that rumour.
Is it? I don't know. Is Tasmania part of Australia? Not sure.
It's one of the states. So Annette says she's more of a glamping kind of girl. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, me too.
There you go. So Tiffany sees him once or twice a year. We see his mum and siblings more often. I hear they're all pretty good cooks.
You're lucky.
Actually, Andy, it'd probably be really good if you do get picked up on Team Aquarius. Especially if they go and do the secret seed challenge down here.
But if they're doing the whole draft pick thing, still,
it's John's turn.
He's gonna be on our team.
He is. It's a Team Down Under reunion.
Who absolutely
says they're not even anywhere near New York. Tammy drove across Rhode Island once and took a whole 45 minutes. Is that a whole state?
Tasmania is part of the Klingon civilization.
Christine, where are you located?
Probably Tasmania.
Tiffany says she thought it was, but it's not, Bibi. It's an Aussie state.
North of you.
That's about all it takes.
So, Christine, you're north of Brisbane. Because that's where we are.
Well, you're in Ipswich. I'm in Lockyer Valley. Totally different
city. Nice. Another close one.
Righty. Okay, so that's actually east of us.
Yes.
Isn't it?
It is.
Northeast.
We're west. North. Yeah. Bribey's northeast.
There you go. Rhode Island is the smallest state in the Union. We're on the coastline more than anything. Well, there you go. And Adam loves Bribey Island.
Bribey's cool.
There you go. Christine, you're near McDowell Manor, which is in McDowell in Brisbane. Bribey is lovely. I haven't been to Bribey since I was a kid. Nasty mosquito.
I've fished many a time under the Bribey Island Bridge.
You thought Rhode Island was a chook. No, that's where the chook comes from. The chook comes from Rhode Island. It's free hardly made. Hello, Nisi. Welcome.
Hey,
you haven't joined in one of my lives for a long time.
Welcome to the chaos. The craziness of a Sunday night that Gerwin was going to leave how long ago?
45 minutes ago?
Yeah.
So as far as you're concerned, we're all Southerners. We're still in the same state, Christine. It's the White House.
It's just if you're in Victoria, then you're Mexicans.
You're awake. Yay! What time is it there, Nisi? Oh, there you go. You took the words out of my mouth. 6:41 a.m. Early. Very early.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Sunday morning for you. It's Sunday night here. Sunday was a lovely day. Very busy.
Sunday was busy? Wasn't for me.
I had a busy day. I was processing a Rhode Island red rooster.
Oh,
with some help.
I just sat on the lounge and watched. Hang on, what was I watching today? I can't remember, but I was watching something all day today.
The Bruce Highway calls us as Southerners. Oh dear. Well, it's lovely to have you join us from beautiful Bribey Island. Says you're too far away. You tried to get Darren to stay up late. Good thing he didn't. I woke up late. You thought Rhode Island was the bridge to Bribey. Bribey is an island, and there is a road to Bribey.
There is a bridge.
There is a bridge to Bribey.
Mind you,
Well, I think that'd be spelled R-O-A-D. It'll be a busy day for you, will it, Niecy? You have to pick up family from the airport today. Nice.
Woohoo.
Then hubby has some fun stuff planned for the little man. Cool. I hope he enjoys it. Hope he has lots of fun. Are you up the top end at the Banksia Beach? Nice. Big moth. Oh, you kind of know it well. There you go. I haven't been to Bribey for ages.
I think last time I was near Bribey was for my 50th, and we went out on a barbecue boat fishing.
Lovely. I can't actually remember the last time I went to Bribey. I don't get out much. Really
Neither do
don't.
I. I don't think I've left home in the last 3 weeks.
I have, but I had to go shopping. And I had to take Matthew to Boys Brigade. And that's lovely. There you go. There's always a door open for us on Bribey Island.
Woohoo! Or is that just for Silhouette Park?
Or possibly. They get around a bit. Now, Nettie and Adam do a lot of tramping around and investigating places and camping and all that sort of jazz.
Oh no, what's Andy said? See if I have to accept it or not. Yeah, I'll show it. You see what Andy just said?
Oh, and I used the rod, the pub?
No, below that.
Oh, I used to rob the pub.
Below that. Andy's a very naughty
Okay, I
boy.
steal food from the shop. Streakers are welcome on the other side of Bribey. I'll just stay on this side of Bribey then. I don't want to scare anyone. Oh dear.
You're a very bad boy, Andy.
Naughty boy.
But you can't smack his ass because he'll probably enjoy it.
Potentially. And he's a little bit too far away. I can't reach.
Naughty boy.
Very naughty.
But anyway, I'm off because I had like 2 hours sleep last night.
Oh, not much.
No.
Not much at all.
Night all.
Well,
I shall see you on the flip side.
Sleep well, Bibby. Thank you for joining us. And he said, bring it on, Bibby. Anyway, on that note, it is 11:15 here on a Sunday night. I have a lot on tomorrow. I've had a lot on today. Thank you very much for joining me. And remember, if you haven't got your SHEDWARS22 entry videos in yet, entries are open until the 1st of January. It would be fantastic to have you come along and join the journey. We have 2 teams at the moment, Team Will It Grow and Team Aquarius. And we'd love to have you join us. And Bribey is still one of Adam's favourite fishing and spearfishing locations. Good to know. Night, Andy. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Tammy. I'll have to go do that now. Thanks, Nisi. You have a great day. I hope it all goes well and Z has lots of fun. Have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for dropping in, Christine. Bless you. We hope to see you next week, and we hope to see you in the comments. Remember, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotting. Bless you. Have a fantastic week.